Now, if someone's listening to this right now and they're saying, okay, I got, some mercury fillings in my mouth, I'm freaking out a little bit. Where do they start? Because, I think there's a process to this of not just running to anyone and saying, please remove these. There has to be a system in place. So take us through the process. If someone were to come to you and say, I have mercury fillings, Dr. Yani, where do we start?
Okay, first of all, if I'm not within your zip code area, I encourage you to go to the Academy of Oral Medicine and Toxicology, IOMT.org, and look for an accredited biological dentist. And dentist who's certified to be able to remove these mercury fillings in a safe way. There's a specific protocol that we follow. We go through the training, we go through the testing, that we're incorporating all of these equipments, and we do it in a safe way. So schedule an appointment with your biological dentist and analyze the risk and benefit of removing them based on your individual medical condition as well. And you'll be surprised. I mean, I have, this is a very interesting case. I saw this gentleman that came from Boston, was referred to me by his daughter, an integrative doctor. She had done her research and wanted to send her father to me because the dad refused treatment for cancer. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So he said, my dad refusing prostate cancer treatment. He's changing his lifestyle. He's changing his diet. He was doing a lot of good things, an alkaline-driven diet, cutting gluten, cutting sugar, processed as much as he can, meat, carbohydrates. But he comes to me. The gentleman has a lot of mercury fillings. So we remove it. 2 years later, he's my snowbird, so I get to see him every winter here. And I said, how's everything going? Oh, I just got a PET scan. And they couldn't even trace a single cancerous cell in my prostate. It's gone. He was very grateful. He said, I owe it to you. No. I don't really give that credit because I don't even think I have the power to change your body. It's your mind and your conviction to get healthy that led you to right decisions in regards to your health, your nutrition, and to eliminate those potential obstacles that could, delay your healing. I think everybody has the ability to heal. It starts with your mind, it starts with your body and nutrition, diet. And I don't see it as nutrition, but as a lifestyle. I mean, my husband and I, we are devoted and we stopped drinking. It's like, okay, we're in our late 40s, got to do lifestyle changes so we can have longevity, So this is one of my happy stories. This gentleman, he's probably in his mid 70s and he's cancer free. And I cannot tell enough this story. My dad had 2 strokes. They moved from South America in 2015. My dad had just had a stroke, was recovering, learning to speak again. I brought him to my chair and said, Dad, I got to take a look what has been done in your mouth for the last decades. Of course, I mean, I found out 2 root canals, which will be another story separate. We don't want to talk about root canals today. Oh, yeah. But he had a lot of mercury fillings. I replaced them. We're in 2023. My dad had not had any relapse. His blood pressure had been normalized since the mercury has been removed, and he had not had any accident, cardiovascular accident or stroke. So, I mean, I see this in my own family, and these are true stories that are happening. And people need to believe, because if you're trying to find a cure, there's no miracle cure, but we have to remove what we were persuaded to believe that was healthy, because it's not healthy having these restorations in your mouth. It's the most hazardous, naturally occurring, non-radioactive element that gets put in our mouth, not to mention the galvanic corrosion that it causes. I mean, constantly I'm removing gold crowns. And what the old generation dentists used to do, they used to leave the mercury filling underneath the gold. Mm-hmm. So all of this causes even more leach without a stimulation of mercury going into your system. So just want to create that awareness. If you're concerned, at least get a consultation, figure out, overcome that obstacle, that not knowing. At least being aware what needs to be changed is a step forward in regards to your health and your healing.
Absolutely. And even if you're not yet symptomatic, understand that you may be. This is a preventive measure, that this is absolutely a neurotoxin. If you want to look, I know there's that famous kind of video from the University of Calgary where the vapors are coming off, right? Yeah. It's obvious that this is not benign just sitting in there. There are vapors constantly coming off. And then you're thinking you're chewing with it. You're grinding your teeth a lot because you're so stressed of the world. That's just going to make it worse. That releases. This is not a metal that's so solid. It's used in that matter because it is malleable, correct?
Yeah, that's definitely. And the other aspect that we see, everybody's talking about Alzheimer's. So mercury is heavily linked with a specific mechanism causing Alzheimer's disease. And Dr. Haley Boyd did the studies, I think that was in the early 90s. And now we're seeing this big prevalence on Alzheimer, dementia. And we go back, look at our baby boomers' mouth. Those are mouths filled of metals, filled of mercury.